Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another Wrestlemania hype match. Now, this one is part 2 of our mixed tag match. Of course, we've already had Stephanie McMahon versus Rowdy Ronda Rousey. And of course, the game does not allow mixed tag, so what we've done is we've split into 2 single matches. Now, if you've not already seen that one, go back and check it out. It was Stephanie versus Ronda one-on-one. And to be honest, it sort of surprised me a little bit. I was a bit surprised how even it was. I was expecting a bit of a one-sided fight, but yeah, it was an interesting one, that was. And now, of course, we have Triple H making his way to the ring. Triple H, I don't think he's wrestled since last... Oh, he's wrestled house shows, hasn't he? I think... Didn't he wrestle, like, after last Survivor Series when Kurt Angle joined The Shield for that one night? I think Triple H joined The Shield a few days later on a house show, I think it was. I think so. And of course, Angle, I don't think we've seen him wrestle since that Survivor Series show. Both, it's great to see them both come out of the woodwork, but I always worry with WrestleMania. It's like there are some really good wrestlers on the roster at the moment. There's some really good wrestlers in NXT. There's some really good characters as well in both. Yet we're going to end up missing out on certain people at WrestleMania because they do bring back these names. And so I don't necessarily mind it. I think the fact of having Angle, Triple H, Stephanie and Rousey all in one match is good, because it means it only takes up one space. Again, Taker and Cena in one match is fine. Lesnar and... that for me is probably the best thing, because a lot of the people that I want to see are in matches together, and a lot of people I'm not really that bothered about are in matches together. So it's sort of like Reigns versus... Lesnar, I'm not really bothered about that match. But if it was Reigns versus somebody else and Lesnar versus somebody else, I wouldn't be bothered about 2 matches. So the fact that they've mixed them up is probably a good thing for me. So yeah, it's a good... I think on paper, this is probably one of the best Manias that I remember on paper. I'm just hoping that they can provide, because over the last few years, they've not been fantastic. Last year's was probably one of the best in recent history, with the Hardys' return. Shane versus AJ was pretty good. And The Undertaker's retirement was... Well, that's it, The Undertaker's retirement. It was really quite emotional last year when Undertaker retired. It was like the end of an era. As long as I've ever watched wrestling, The Undertaker's always been there. And then as far as I was concerned, last year he officially hung up his boots. But then again, he's due back again this year. So I don't know what that was last year. Unless we do get the rumoured return of the American Badass, which is possible. Who knows? Who the heck knows? Yeah, so Kurt Angle... It's a bit weird with this game, isn't it? We've got Kurt Angle 2001 and Kurt Angle 2006. We've got no Kurt Angle current day, which I thought was a bit of a weird one. But I suppose at the time... Had he returned to WWE by the time that he... I think he had, hadn't he? He returned after Mania to become the... See, that's the amazing thing. That's why I'm so looking forward to the most, I must admit. I really enjoy Mania, don't get me wrong, but the 2 or 3 weeks after Mania, when we start to get the NXT guys pop up, we start to get really random people to... Like, who knows what can happen if the whole SmackDown situation changes and Shane walks away for a while like is suggested, and Daniel Bryan gets back in the ring as suggested. I can't see Kurt Angle keeping his job after this match against his bosses at Red Mania as well. So that opens lots of spaces for potential people. Now there is with the rumour that Lesnar... Well, it's not really a rumour now, is it? Dana White has confirmed that Lesnar's going back to UFC. Where does that leave Heyman? Could we see Heyman either take on a new client, or could we see Heyman become the general manager? Now, one of the best parts of wrestling in the last 10 years or so was when Heyman took control of SmackDown, not just as a general manager but creatively as well, and they were absolutely fantastic then. Could we see that again? I think that'd be pretty interesting. I think that Heyman as a manager, Heyman as a general manager will be something pretty good to see, and maybe we could dig up Eric Bischoff again. That'd be interesting. Bring him back in. There's a lot of different things that change us. I mean, that's the one thing that I like the most. If you watch a lot of our universe modes, you'll know that the one thing I don't like when things become a bit too a bit too similar. I like it every now and again when we get a complete fresh start. And I think that's exactly what we get after Mania, which is why I enjoy it so much. Powerbomb there on the outside by Kurt Angle. And now a boot right in the back of the leg. Now, it's a bit of a dangerous position with the count-outs, but it's even worse now. Because I dare say Triple H is going to end up throwing Angle. No, Triple H is doing the good thing here. Now Angle's fighting back. Come on, guys. You've got to get back in the ring here. Yeah. So I always get really worried in this game about double count-outs. It just happens far too often, but we're looking good. We get better. Nice backbreaker there by Angle. Who heads up to the middle rope. Dropping a senton on Triple H. And like I said before, I just can't see anything else at Mania but a Angle Rousey win. I think Rousey will get the pin, either over Stephanie or potentially over Triple H. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. It's mixed tag, so I'm assuming it's going to work as the mixed match challenge where the men fight the men, the women fight the women, and that's it. But it wouldn't surprise me. The way that things have gone, it would not surprise me if Stephanie maybe finished off Triple H for the win. Maybe made Triple H tap out. Would not surprise me at all if that had happened, because I feel like they do need that. I think I said before in the Ronda versus Stephanie match, we don't know how good Ronda's going to be. This is her first real match. So I think that they need to... She's got the massive reputation coming into it, but I think they need to really boost her up to the next level and give her a rush onto the main roster where people are going to be remembering her for a very, very long time. This fight continues back on the outside. I don't know if it's probably not going to be Tornado. Again, just like I was saying in the Shane O'Mac... What the bloody hell was that? Yeah, as I was saying in the Shane O'Mac Daniel Bryan match yesterday, because neither Shane O'Mac and Daniel Bryan have wrestled for quite some time, it makes more sense to have a standard tag team match because it gives them a chance to get outside the ring and rest every now and again so they don't burn themselves out too quickly. It'll probably be the same with this match. Stephanie hasn't wrestled in a while, a good few years. Angle hasn't wrestled in about 6 or so months. Triple H hasn't wrestled in about 6 or so months as well. And obviously Rousey's never really wrestled apart from training matches and so forth. So it's a good chance for them to sort of protect people as well. As Triple H now locking Angle in for the pedigree. Is that game set match? Triple H going for the pin here on Angle. 1, 2... And no, only a 2 count. Wow. Kurt Angle kicking out. Bloody hell. Triple H now bringing Angle back up to his feet once again. Looking to take him on his shoulder, but Angle fighting free. Angle now wrenching the neck of Triple H. Angle bringing Hunter back up to his feet. There we go, locking it in. German keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Looking for the second German, keeps the grip, rolls the hip once again. In for the trifecta of Germans. Angle bringing Triple H back up to his feet once again. In for a belly-to-belly as well. Well, that belly-to-belly just really reminded me of that match against Shane O'Mac at SummerSlam all those years ago. Angle slowly getting back up to his feet. Hunter stalking. Oh, Hunter went to knock him off the apron. Angle saw it coming and managed to get a boot up. And now into a capture suplex as well. Wow. Are in there for a 2 count still though. But you never know. You never quite know. If Angle could lock in that ankle lock, it could all be over. But he's going to go for the Angle slam. It could all be over right now. There's the pin. 1, 2. And no, Triple H is kicked out now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Angle now stiff, right hands in the face of Hunter, slamming him face first into the mat. Hunter fighting back though, with the elbow in the gut, now into a running DDT. The fight comes to the outside. Once again, these two guys desperate for a Falls Count Anywhere match, aren't they? And damage being done, of course. Angle has the issues with neck and back damage. So being dropped on the outside of that is not going to be good for him whatsoever. But seems to be okay at this point in time as he drops a leg drop on the inside of the knee of Triple H. Angle now slamming Hunter down once again. Oh, this is going to be double count out, isn't it? It's going to end up being a double count out. Go on, Angle. Get him up. Go on, Angle. Save me. Save me from going... Oh, Angle, you're my hero. You are my hero. Angle once again. German keeps the grip, rolls the hip. A second German keeps the grip, rolls the hip. A trifecta of Germans for Kurt Angle. The straps are down. And Triple H no-sells it. Oh no. Angle gets himself free. With that reverse DDT. Yes, that rhymed. Angle now stalking Hunter once again in for a second Olympic slam of the match. And there is the pin. Surely one, surely two, and surely three. Kurt Angle is victorious here. Gotta love the old Final Fantasy theme, ain't you? So, that, for me, looks quite concise. Exactly what I said would happen. I can't see any other result but a Ronda Rousey Kurt Angle victory at WrestleMania. I am 100% sure that Ronda Rousey will be the one to get the pin though, not Kurt Angle. And I think there's a good chance of Ronda Rousey getting the, when I say the pin, it could be a submission victory as well. There's a good chance that pin or submission victory could be against Triple H. But I think the rules of a mixed match means that you have to fight men versus men, women versus women. So maybe there's not a lot of chance of that, I don't know. Who the hell knows these days, eh? But there you go. Victory for Kurt Angle. So guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, slap a like and a subscribe, all that good stuff. And YouTube's changed its policy recently about subscriptions and this sort of stuff. So if you want to know whenever I upload a video, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. If you don't press that, for some reason the subscribes are not... Or some reason the videos that I upload don't go into your sub box all the time. So if you definitely want to watch all my videos, if you're one of those weird people that like me that much, then definitely click that little bell. It just makes life easier for yourself rather than having to keep checking the channel all the time. But yeah, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for another video of our WrestleMania hype train. Why has my voice got so high? God, I'm weird.